Joining me on the radio right now, direct from, well, to be honest, I'm not exactly sure where you are. Dan Gordon, Mayor of the Waimakariri District. You'll be working from home, of course, like everyone else?
Yes, I'm working from home. I've got an office set up at my home, which is great, which is what we're all doing at the moment, which effectively is we're all adapting to new working arrangements. I'm really impressed with how our council and all the staff pretty much managed to do this over this period of time. And when we were notified to everyone leaving the building by Wednesday, an outstanding job. So it's business as usual as much as it can be in this period of time.
Isn't it incredible, the technology that we all have, the power that we have in a cell phone, the internet, and being able to do what we do relatively unscathed? I mean, there are some things that the radio station here, we're able to carry on and broadcast from various people's bedrooms, believe it or not. The thing is that whilst we can carry on, the councils can carry on as well. You know, how are the consents going at the moment? Are they still trekking along?
Well, some of those processes can continue to occur, but there are obvious parts that won't be able to be done, like eviction, to take into account the social distancing requirements. But for all other functions, we can meet by Zoom, which I meet every day with the management team by Zoom. Friday, I spent most of the day on Zoom, which is a new technology that I'm using. So I can actually see all the participants online, and we have a video conference. And like next week, I've got a request to do a parliamentary select committee submission on behalf of the council by Zoom. So we're all adapting to this new way of working, and so far all the senior managers meet with their staff every morning. They have what they call stand-up meetings first thing, then that's all fed through into the management meetings, so the council's coordinating that as we go on. So we're getting a pretty good understanding of the challenges that are out there. So, and I have to say, just walking around the block, as I've done over the last, not certainly with the rain, but certainly over the weekend, everyone's really observing it really well. Like we all do this big bypass of each other or across the road or down the supermarket. And I have to say, look, they're really the unsung heroes through this times, the supermarket people or our emergency services, our police and all those people that are out there just keeping an eye on things and or making sure that we can get our groceries or our petrol station, providing petrol for those that need their cars. So big shout out to all those people for what they're doing, keeping us functioning through this time.
Absolutely. Out the back window here at Compass FM this morning, the recycling truck drove past and I looked at him and he looked at me. You know, we're about 60, 70 metres away from each other. He gave me a wave, I gave him a wave, gave him a bit of a shout out on the radio. It's just so many people. I read a statistic that in Waimakariri, it's about 42% of workers. Is it 42% of workers are essential workers in the Waimak area? It's quite incredible, the amount of people who are.
Oh gosh, I didn't know that the stat was that big, so that's interesting. And look, as you're mentioning, the waste collection continues for people. We've got a solid contract with our contractor, so people's curbside collection continues as it is. It's a bit more of a challenge if you want to take your waste down to the transfer station. You've got to use black plastic bags, which you can obtain council bags from supermarket, but that's the agreement that's been put in place with the contractor to make sure that social distancing and safety can occur through this time. So it's not perfect, but the system seems to be working as well as it can be through this time. If you've got private collectors doing the waste, then they are still able to do their collection as per normal. But I've had some feedback from some people in the rural area that certainly would like to get rid of a lot more waste. Well, we're just going to have to show a little bit of patience through this period of time. And having moved house in the last month, I've got a trailer full of materials. They can just wait. You know, we're making sure that we have the essential services running is critical at this time. Really interested in that stat. That's a very interesting.
Environment North Canterbury. Have a look at our webpage or go on to Compass FM Facebook because we've got the story up on Compass FM Facebook. I certainly hope the trailer that you've got all the rubbish in is not being hired by the day. Otherwise, you owe the petrol station probably about $750 by now, Dan.
It's my private trailer, like broken down cardboard boxes.
Oh.
But my OCD tendencies like to have things emptied and ready for the next job. But I have noticed as I've been walking around that people are cleaning their garages. So I'm sure when we get through this period, our transfer stations will have to gear up for all the waste that will eventually end up there. So, it's a good time to reflect on those things.
We'll put an ad together just calling for more staff for the refuse centre, as you say, when it's all going together. Nice to have a nice calm voice at the and a hand on the tiller guiding us through this particular time in the Waimakariri. Dan Gordon, Mayor of the Waimakariri District, appreciate you coming on Compass FM. We'll have a chat to you next week.
Look forward to it. Thanks, Kerry.
Wonderful. This is Compass FM.